Was good, y'all. As you can see, we are again on the test server, and right here we have the second guild boss, a weekly one, Semrah. Semrah has the same mechanics as in the guild needs to defeat him together, and if you do defeat him, you get more rewards. So that's the kind of the same deal. Now, I'm not going to go completely in depth. I'm not going to try out all the teams. I'm not going to try to find the best teams and whatnot and showcase them here, because it is the Forerunner / test server and it will be a while before we do all get access to it, which means we go in, check out the mechanics, do a bit of fighting around, see how it goes. Maybe we need to provide some feedbacks to the developers, who knows. And then as soon as we get it announced for global, you sure as hell know you're going to get an adequate guide as well as a tier list and whatever else you might be looking for.
Our research begins.
So that leads us into Semrah Apocalypse. So there's two fights, Apocalypse 1 and Apocalypse 2. Just from the fact that it goes from 1000 fragments all the way up to 30,000 and from 8,000 all the way to 120,000, my guess is going to be the fact that this is obviously the higher difficulty. And I don't know, probably you want to attack both once, but I guess it also depends on the strength of your heroes. And now the very tricky thing right here. Each hero can only participate in one challenge per week, which means you need to build at least 2 teams. That is already, interestingly enough, a good thing, because that means you're going to need to build more heroes, use more heroes, and more heroes are going to see play. So, let's have a look at what Semrah is all about. Number 1, he has a frick ton of HP, who could have guessed. Number 2, he has a lot of attack. And number 3, magic rest and defense seem about equal, so no advantage for either physical or magical damage. So, monster skills, advanced evolution. Semrah, in order to cope with different enemies, possesses 3 different battle modes. Battle mode 1, Titan's Saw. Battle mode 2, Titan's Shield. And battle mode 3, Titan's Drake. After Semrah is defeated in a battle mode, he enters a weakened state. After Semrah is defeated in all 3 battle modes, he becomes severely weakened. However, once Semrah's weakened state ends, he will enter the overdrive mode with significant attribute boost and reactivate the first battle mode. So you're rotating through the phases and he becomes stronger every time you rotate through it. Steel Fist. Semrah smashes the ground, dealing AoE damage to the target and surrounding heroes in range. Then immediately deals single target damage to the hero with the highest HP. Interesting, that might hint at us actually needing to put down a tank. Death Saw. Semrah charges up the Titan Saw, attacking enemies on the left and right sides. This skill has extremely high damage but can be interrupted by control skills, causing the charge progress to reverse and reducing Semrah's attack. Control skills should be freezes, stuns, and basically CC overall. Cyclops Gaze. Semrah concentrates energy in its eyes and emits a high temperature beam sweeping across the battlefield. Earth Shatter. Semrah lifts the Titan's shield and slams it into the ground, creating a violent shockwave that deals damage to our heroes. Aegis Mode. Increases Semrah's defense, magic rest, physical damage reduction and magical reduction, gaining 1 stack of Hardening. Hardening enhances the damage of Earth Shatter and increases Semrah's death, magic rest, physical damage and damage reduction. Hardening is this one again. Acidic Venom. Semrah utilizes Titan's Drake to spray acidic venom, dealing damage to all heroes and inflicting them with poison, which deals continuous damage and reduces their healing received. This effect is permanent and stackable, which means you might need an element to cleanse it. Monster info. Semrah stands as the ultimate guardian of Macapolis, whose creation preceded humanity's genesis entire, an epoch where gods roam freely. To adapt to various battlefields or battles, Semrah possesses 3 different battle modes. Test Soul, Cypress Grace, Acidic Venom. Looks like it is the same, if not a bit less, on Apocalypse 1. Okay, how do we want to approach this? Probably Iowa, Sealers, Hex, just because Iowa is fancy and coming close. We briefly talked about Elwyn being useful, so might as well see if we can make something out of that. Maybe we can get a good HP healer set somewhere. There we go. Decent enough stats. Then obviously, because we have to try it, we want to introduce a Laurel in there. Dolores. Ooh, having to build a team without Dolores is probably going to make her really, really, really good. Constance is going to skyrocket. Constance is most likely going to skyrocket. Alright then, how about we use Torador as our tank? If we do need someone with high HP, because he does provide defense down. And then go with the rest being nightmare people. And lastly, sure, let's go with good old Salazar. Now we just need the gear. Twin Fiend, sure. Last will give Zillitu set. And lastly, Salazar gets probably Nyx's gear, but we'll just give him a proper middle piece. No, that's too bad. We can't use that. Breath. That's a crap ton of HP. Okay, that looks good. Okay. So far we got the Invix set right here, Invix set right here. Yeah, time to have a look what is exactly happening here. You know what we're going to do? We're actually going to put on the in-game music to see if they have some nice sounds for this. We can deploy all units. We can deploy 10 units. Now that is something special. Okay, where can we place ranged units? All the way over here. Okay.
Even blind, I strike swiftly.
Then how about...
Let's see what the card.
Obviously, graphically, I think it would... We have the chance to have it look better, especially on the PC client. So I don't think that should be anything in the negative. Here we go with Dolores. Ah, interesting. Maybe we need 2 healers?
Swiftly, silently.
Let's whip them like the
Behold thy dread. Ready or not?
my favorite card.
Let shadows kick. All intruders have been marked.
I love it when they bag.
Our enemies.
Let me handle it.
Alright. So we are already starting to lose units. And here's the weakened state. Alright.
Mother's blessings upon you.
Then how about we swap it up a bit? We might be fine with 1 healer if we do it properly. Which means Hex is going to be out of range. Silas in range.
I strike true.
If we put him over here, he should be also able to get healed.
Behold thy dreadlord.
Let's whip them like the dog.
Salazar should be rather tanky on his own. And then it's pretty much just up to Torodor to, you know, do his thing, kind of.
May Mother's roots strike up and take you.
Intruders have let shadows can't hide you.
Obviously the placement is by no means optimal.
True daughters, it is shall we dance?
We might want to give Torodor the artifact that automatically heals him.
Let me handle it. All intruders have been marked.
Alright, so far we're now in the shield phase.
Mother's blessings upon you.
Everyone is still alive.
Shadows can't hide you.
And we're looking quite well, at least when it comes to damage, I believe.
Intruders have been marked.
Okay. I think we broke him before we actually got damaged. Huh, interesting. So there's definitely a bunch of stuff going on. Let me actually move this over so you can see the percentages. But damn, the fact that we can place 10 units is ridiculous. Which means you can give a lore boost to so many others. It's crazy.
I love it when they beg.
Oh, there's the poison. So this is definitely going to take quite a while to figure out. Here we have the very first overdrive mode, so he's now going to hit way harder. Which means if we want to get high scores, we might actually need to build our units even more tanky. Because as you can see, we are already on the weaker side when it comes to HP. So, okay. That is very, very interesting. Honestly, I feel like Torodor should be pretty good because he's a tank that provides utility, can revive himself, and overall... Ooh, goddamn. That was a bunch of damage. Maybe someone like Fercy is really clutch for this. So there's a lot of mechanics going on here. And overall way more happening than in Guild Boss 4 ever would be. So this is definitely something very, very interesting, where you might very well not get away from just using a single healer. Alright, so somehow we're still alive, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get past this Aegis mode. Interesting. So here we have the shield, where he increases his damage reduction. So pretty much you wanna get rid of that Aegis mode as fast as possible, so he doesn't stack infinite damage buffs. And holy shit, I don't know about you, but I'm not that big of a fan of this voice acting. Sheesh! There he goes with the one shot again. And again Aegis mode. Interesting.
I love it when they beg.
You dare think you can resist me?
Dance with me.
Alright, so for shield mode we definitely need to probably save our DPS and then try to burst him to 0 instead of landing in this weird weird scenario where we're just getting completely wiped back to back to back to back to back. Which means I guess we're going to quit it here. And we have 16k. 16k points. And 120k is the maximum amount possible. So we aren't even a 10th there yet. Okay, we are a bit over a 10th there yet. Look at this. 120k. So, I guess for the end, let's have a look at rewards. How does it exactly work? Let's start with the very top chest of the first boss. Challenge Titanic runes to secure treasure chests. Each chest holds 10 random items after defeating the weekly guild boss, and you can even claim bonus rewards. So out of those 10 random items, you have the chance at Ancient Summons, Divine Summons, Gems, and Ascension Materials, or Meteorites, and Normal Summons. Okay. And bonus rewards. Defeat the boss to select and get 1 from 3 random items. So it looks like we're going to be able to defeat the boss and then get out of these 9 items 3, and we can pick 1. So for example, 2 Eternal Bullions, Refining Shards, which introduces this new currency called the Refining Crystal. And what a Refining Crystal does, it allows you to re-gear or re-swap a stat on a mythic item. But as soon as you use this Refining Crystal on an item, you can only ever re-roll this one stat on that specific item. Then we have your standard Geary Cast Hammer, as well as 50 Kukulkan's Spirit or Spirits overall, which equals to around a fourth of an Ascension, as well as 1 summon of an exclusive artifact, which kind of feels a bit off in the amount. And what do we have here? So for the second reward, we have way more rewards at the top, but the same amount of rewards at the bottom. So we have the 2 bullions, all the other rewards from the bottom, as well as shards for Mythic Essence, which is pretty much just replacing any mythic artifact. And we have another summon, and we get 15 of those. And then again 15 to 20, 800. So it looks pretty nice, and also the rewards become more plentiful the higher you go. So overall, very scary mode. Will definitely be a pleasure to figure that one out. But it is actually time for me to dive into Gear Dungeon 2 to be ready for in 3 days. Peace out. We see each other in the next one.